teacher tried to exclude poor kids from zoo trips, so I dropped $150 to send the whole class. My daughter was in kindergarten and came home one day with a flyer for a field trip to the zoo. She was so excited and talked about it for days. The night before the trip, I was tucking her into bed and she looked at me with tears in her eyes. I asked her what was wrong, and she said she couldn't go on the trip because I hadn't paid for it. I was confused because I had given her the money. She told me she had given it to her teacher, but the teacher said it wasn't enough. I asked her how much it was, and she said it was $5. I was furious. The next day, I went to the school and asked to speak to the teacher. I asked her why my daughter couldn't go on the trip. She said it was because I hadn't paid the $5. I asked her why she hadn't told me, and she said she had sent a note home. I told her I hadn't received any note. I then asked her if she had a list of all the students who were going on the trip. She said she did. I asked her to show it to me. She did, and I saw that there were only about 10 kids going. I asked her why so few kids were going, and she said it was because the parents hadn't paid the $5. I asked her how many kids were in the class, and she said there were 30. I then pulled out my checkbook and wrote a check for $150. I told her that all the kids were going on the trip, and if she ever pulled something like that again, I would have her job.